Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And if we are still out here with us, we were just speaking with the CEO of the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh. We are here in the staging area. We hope to also hear again from Mayor Bill Peduto. He had come up to us a little bit ago with the Pittsburgh Police spokesman, Chris Tugneri. He said once he gathers more information, he will then address the media. So that will likely be the next update from us. We are at the corner of Murray and Northumberland. You just heard from him. He said that he will now go and alert many people, and he described for many people that are watching beyond Pittsburgh what this means for people in Squirrel Hill and for people of the Jewish faith. We, of course, will break back in whenever we receive another update here in Squirrel Hill, again at the corner of Murray and Northumberland, which is where they have the media stage. They won't let us get any closer. Murray Avenue was the staging center for police. It has seemed to die down a little bit right now in terms of the officers that were running through in tactical gear and ambulances. We still hear some sirens in the distance. Right now we're going to continue to talk with neighbors, anyone who possibly could have heard the gunshots. We're only a few blocks from the Tree of Life Synagogue, but for now, we're
8 confirmed. There may be additional. Police won't be able to say until they have a full grasp of that situation. Let's go to Andy right now.
Here, IFP, or no?
Andy, go ahead. You're live.
Okay, so we are back here at Northumberland and Shady. We're still about a block away from the Tree of Life Synagogue. We see people that were in the services this morning. They are now at the perimeter area. I've spoken briefly with some of them. They are in shock, and slowly the reality of this horrific situation is sinking in, and they are now in mourning, and they are crying. I've spoken with them briefly. Police officers and detectives are telling us to hold off. They are trying to take statements from these people. They are now going to do sort of a forensic remapping of this event, and they want to take witness statements before they talk to any media to find out what happened. Recapping, we know that a suspect is in custody after a shootout with police on the 3rd floor of the synagogue. This after he shot and killed at least 8 people. We know that in all 3 police officers were shot and wounded. We know that one police officer initially was shot not in a life-threatening manner, but may have been shot in the hand. We know that 2 officers were shot in the exchange of gunfire with this gunman on the 3rd floor, but we do not know the extent of their injuries. We know that there was a negotiation, that the gunman was injured, and that there was a negotiation, and that he eventually crawled into the custody of police. We did not see the gunman. We did not see him being taken away from this vantage, but he is in custody, and police are taking statements from him. We know from police sources that he came into this building that was crowded with Shabbat and people attending a bris ceremony, and indiscriminately shot up the building, shouting anti-Semitic statements that all Jews must die. We know that this is a hate crime. We know this is a horrific mass shooting that's happened throughout the United States of America, but now it has happened within the city of Pittsburgh, in this very quiet, known as Squirrel Hill, known sometimes as a Jewish neighborhood, probably about 30–40% Jewish population, but known throughout the history of the city of Pittsburgh as having a large Jewish population. Apparently why this gunman selected this neighborhood and this synagogue.